Rum shakers, risk takers, what up, what up, what up? It's your girl Keys, and I'm back with another video because I missed y'all. I'm spiritually inclined and intuitive. Pulling cards is what I do. Reading energy is what I do. Feel me? Let's go ahead and get the vibes going up in here with my Palo Santo, clearing the space. How y'all been? It's Gemini season. I miss talking to my collective. I'm going to be doing, wherever you see this video at, whether it's going to be on YouTube or whether it's going to be on the Instagram. I'm probably going to do like an update so we can catch up, especially with my YouTube family. This is my first official YouTube video after returning after a while. But we're in a new season. It's Gemini season, a mutable air sign. We're going to go ahead and see what Spirit wants you guys to know for this season, what the energy is, what to expect, some things you need to surrender. And then I'm going to share some of the reading that I did for myself out of this deck that came out of nowhere. So before I cut on this video, there was a song that's playing by Tevin Campbell. Can we talk for a minute? And, you know, Gemini season is ruled by planet Mercury, which rules connection, travel, communication. Mercury is a messenger planet, and I kind of feels like during Gemini season, whoever's watching this video, somebody's going to want to reach out and talk to you, okay? And be advised, okay? Energy is fluid, so take whatever messages resonate. If it doesn't resonate with you, babe, that is okay, honey. It's all good in the hood. It's all good on this side. So, yeah, don't worry about it. Take what's for you and leave what's not. But for somebody watching this video, there's probably somebody who's going to want to reach out and connect with you. It just could be like a long lost friend or somebody that you lost contact with who wants to like catch up or get reconnected. I'm also hearing like get acquainted. And this could be like an old friend, cousins, old relative that you may have stopped speaking to or just lost touch with. These people could be resurfacing in the month of June during Gemini season. So let's check the actual factuals. Gemini is an air sign, okay? So we are in a season of air, and really we're just going to flow like the wind, okay? Air season allows us for clarity, communication. A lot of people are going to be having messages that are going to be flowing through them. A lot of people's senses and intuition is going to be heightened. Your mental space is going to be heightened with ideas or inspiration or wanting to do a lot of things but not really knowing where to go, because Gemini energy can sometimes be scattered a little bit. But all things as intended. This is a month and a season of learning and higher knowledge and putting your best effort forward, okay? If you follow me on Instagram, I posted some Gemini season themes and what to expect. So already, okay, because Gemini is ruled by the planet Mercury, which is a planet of messaging and communication and also traveling and distance. A lot of people, if you feel like you're stumbling over your words or trying to get your words to connect with what you're thinking in your head or projecting yourself, articulating, or feeling like you're having like a bit of a mental fog, no worries. That's definitely a theme for this season. And the best bet is to slow it down, okay? Take your time, doing some deep breathing, going outside, because this energy is giving us a taste of what it's like to have a breath of fresh air. Somebody probably needs to go to the dentist, okay? But Gemini is a mutable air sign. The tarot card is representative of the lovers. Gemini also represents twins and duality, okay? Yeah, so this season is going to be it's going to be a season of refreshment, okay? I've been hearing a couple of themes lately and phrases. One of the phrases I've been hearing lately is the word reminders. So I've been speaking to people and listening to certain like podcasts and episodes, and I keep hearing the same word, reminders. And I also keep seeing and hearing the phrase, take your time. So I feel like the overall phrase for the collective right now is a reminder to take your time processing, okay? Gemini is ruled by Mercury. Gemini also rules the third house in astrology. So it is the third house is all about intelligence and being an intellect, communication, thought processing, how you perceive and process information, and like reading comprehension. Basically saying, do you hear the message, you can see it, but do you understand what it means for you? Feel me? So take your time this season. Take your time, okay? But it is going to offer you a chance to, one, lighten your mental load. So what I've been picking up on is for those people who may be dealing with like some type of mental illness, to just go ahead and like check on your strong friends, or those people who are always laughing. Okay, one thing I know about Geminis is they're not very forthcoming with their own information, or they can wear so many different hats, you know, doing so many different things at one time that it can be overwhelming. But if you ask them, they're okay. So be sure to check on people who are prone to saying they're okay, just to make sure that everything make sure everything is everything. For real, for real. We're gonna pull some affirmation cards to see what Spirit wants you guys to know. This will be a season of clarity. So I kind of feel like Gemini also I just thought of the Hermit card in my head. So there's somebody who's watching this video who's probably been like, whether you're in a dark space or just feeling like really isolated right now, or separated from people, or feel like you're outside of yourself, you could be going through like some third eye chakra awakenings or liftings, where your sight is getting better, you're starting to view things different. And I just want you to take your time. And for others, this season is going to call for you to step out into the light, be bold, be the light, be what you're trying to see in this world, because can't nobody do it like you. Okay, be yourself, and you don't have to do whatever it is that you're doing or creating like anybody else. You can be authentically yourself, however you show up, okay? Whether you choose to wear dark clothes or light clothes the next day, you want to cut your hair, change your hair color, change something about you, your aesthetic, how you show up, going a different way to work, or seeing things differently, okay? Gemini season rules the mind and your intellect and how you can perceive and process information. So don't be afraid to do things a bit different in Gemini season, okay? Express yourself. That song, Express Yourself. I think it's a commercial. I don't know. But that just came up. Somebody's going to need to express themselves, okay? And expressing your art and forms of expression look different to different people. So don't be afraid to tap into those hobbies and those outlets and ideas that are coming to you, no matter how like outside of yourself it may seem, because it's coming up for a reason for you to explore. Okay, it's time to network your network. A lot of people are going to be networking this season. What is that flying around? I'm picking up on some annoyance, but a lot of people are going to be trying to network this season, like pop-up shops, barbecue, celebrations, announcements, being amongst like-minded people who speak your language, doing what you do or something similar, and seeing how you can build a team. How can you join me? How can I join you for a mutual benefit, mutual interest, okay? Forming unions and partnerships and making sure that everybody on your team right now is super solid. We coming out of Taurus season, which rules dependability, stability, security. And now Gemini season is causing for us to go with the flow of life a little bit, you know. And I've been hearing in my head, there's more than one path. There's more than one path to get to where you would like to be, or to reach whatever mark or dream or goal that you have. You don't have to do everything the same way other people are doing it, or how they're coming across, or how they're expressing themselves. Do what is uniquely designed for you and what's most comfortable for you, and enjoy doing it. Like, have fun, live it up. For real, live it up. Life is short. My little brother, who just happens to be a Gemini, says to me all the time, I'm here for a good time. I'm going to have me some fun, honey. Have me some fun. So for more messages, if you would like to read about that, make sure you follow me on Instagram at intuitive.keys. Yeah, let's see what your affirmation card is going to be for Gemini season. I don't know who I'm channeling right now, but somebody really wants to talk to somebody, and it kind of gives me this sense of somebody who's been having questions a lot. You've been questioning a lot of things around you, or probably questioning certain people, and you're looking for answers. Whatever questions that you have in Gemini season, the answers are going to be revealed to you during Gemini season, but you have to be prepared to accept the truth. I'm seeing the 7 of Swords in my head right now. Which is with truth seeking. It's like his side, there's her side, and then there's the truth. Real Gemini stuff, okay? Real like 2 different faces or 2 different personalities. Somebody could be could have like bipolar disease, or suffering from some shifting moods, shifting thoughts, things like that. So in this Gemini season, flow with the information, but be able to process it in a way that makes sense to you. All right, let's see what your affirmation card is going to be, Spirit. What do the people need to know? What do the people need to know for Gemini season? What affirmations do you have for the people? Can we talk for a minute? Somebody really wants to talk, and it's like, oh, I just wish they would talk to me. Or somebody, if you've left like certain people alone and you're actually started doing better, your skin is looking different. You're taking care of yourself. You are making better choices and decisions for yourself. It could be somebody from the past that could be coming back, or somebody that you lost contact with or connection with, who was trying to seek you out by looking up ways to see how they can get in contact with you. Like, there's something that you're doing that interests other people, and just know people are watching, okay? They're gonna try to convince you that they don't see you. Trust me, they see you. They see you. Why? Because you shine like the star that you are. Feel me? You gonna shine. People gonna expect for people to want to reach out to you in this season, networking, and how can I want to talk to you? How can I be down with what you're doing? How can I join your team? How can you join my team? You know, how can we increase? I'm hearing like increase the revenue. I feel like trademarking is also going to be, somebody has like a trademark signature or something that you do, you're going to be known for, because it's like your signature. It's what people are used for you. You're putting your stamp on the world. I'm hearing somebody's making like an imprint. And the things that you're doing right now is going to make a difference. So for anybody who's building something right now, or creative project, or whether you're an entrepreneur or you sell items or something like that, whatever it is that you're offering the collective is bigger than, it's bigger than what you, it's bigger than what you think. For real. Okay. The first card affirmation we got out says, never stop believing in yourself. You can accomplish anything. You can, when you could do it, put your back into it, but you can accomplish anything. Okay. I feel like a lot of people this season, you're really going to, that word believing in yourself and belief, that it's a solar plex chakra that you guys are going to be working with. I'm seeing yellow in my head. Somebody could be seeing bumblebees. And just know that bees are very fertile, but they work together to do what? Support the queen. But they work together to do what it is that they need to do, okay? And you can always shine as an individual within a group. So for somebody who's going to be joining teams, starting a team, or I'm seeing like a lot of collaborations getting ready to happen, and people are partnering up to do something, or like building retreats, or holding spaces for people, or like a lot of community activity, community work. I'm also picking up on somebody could be advocating for somebody. I don't know if somebody's involved in like social work, and I feel like Spirit is saying to put it out there. Like whatever you're working on, go ahead and put it out there. Go ahead and share more of yourself in Gemini season, so that you can be seen, so that people can know what it is that you have going on. You need visibility. Without visibility, nobody's really going to know what it is that you're working on right now. So a lot of people are going to be overcoming fear in Gemini season. That fear of not being seen, of not being heard, or imposter syndrome may be coming up for some people, or feeling like, you know, like everybody is doing it, or the market is saturated. So what? So what? Never stop believing in yourself, that you can accomplish anything that you put your mind to. Gemini season rules the mind. So this is going to be a season of higher learning, okay? Of taking your skills, combining them with other people's skills, seeing value in your work. Let's get some more affirmation cards. What do the people need to know? There is always beauty after the storm. Okay, we got a lot of cards coming out here. There's always beauty after the storm. Push through. Some of you guys could be coming out of what's called like a dark night of the soul, or some form of depression that I've been picking up on. And that idea of depression, because I don't claim it, even though I know that it's a very real thing when it comes to mental health in May, because we're still in the month of May right now, is in regards to mental health. And it feels like this Gemini season is encouraging people to take care of yourself. Some of you guys could be going through a storm, or could be coming out of one right now where there was like something quick happened. It was some type of changes, managing through a lot of changes, and understanding that there's going to be beauty after the chaos. Like things could have felt like they was falling apart, shit was going haywire, and then you randomly see a sign or a confirmation from the universe, from a friend, seeing it on TV, listening, or just this inner knowing that you have that everything is going to be okay. and then it will. Okay, this idea that there's always beauty after the storm is making me think of rainbows for some reason. Somebody could be seeing rainbows, eating rainbow ices, or like wearing blue, wearing white, wearing red. This idea that after every storm a rainbow comes out. For somebody, this could be we getting really into somebody's business right now, because I feel like for somebody this is going to be the loss of you've lost something, whether you've lost part of yourself, whether you've lost a child, you've lost a job, you've lost your mind at one point. Okay, and this is your Gemini season is gifting you the ability of a breath of fresh air to renew yourself, to restore yourself, restore your way of thinking, choosing better thoughts, choosing better habits. But it's letting you know that there's a rainbow, like there's peace, there's comfort, there's serenity that's going to come through after this storm. And your only task right now, baby, is to push through the hardship, so that way you can reap the rewards on the other side. Okay, Gemini rules the twins, and that idea of duality and understanding that if you down now, the only way you can go is up. And when you up, give gratitude. Okay, because at one point you was down, realizing that you're not where you once were, and being grateful for that, enjoying this part. Next affirmation you guys says, what the F? What are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? Get started. What are you waiting for? You get started. There are ideas flowing through your head right now, and Spirit is encouraging you to stop playing. Press the gas. Learn as much as you can, okay, as this season calls for building your skills. Somebody could be reading new books in the month of Gemini season, reading new books, or going back into like an old journal, or reviewing some of your notes. I'm seeing somebody like researching or doing or studying a certain topic. And Gemini season is saying, you think it, process the information, and then share your wisdom, express yourself. You're learning so many different things right now, and there are going to be other people who may be interested in the things that you have learned through your own process. And it's okay to share it. It's okay to put yourself out there without that self-criticism and that ridicule or self-judgment for how it may come across, okay? Because you're not responsible for how other people's receive what you put out there. You're responsible for following your mission and acting on your ideas. And when you act on your ideas, that is an idea of self-love. Spirit is saying, what is you waiting for? Get started. Launch your podcast. For those of you who want to create podcasts, I'm seeing somebody doing a lot of streaming activities. Somebody wants to do like a YouTube page, or speaking more, probably hosting a retreat, or I'm also seeing like a lot of barbecues and celebrations. So I feel like whatever it is that you're working on right now, there's favor in it, and I'm hearing like things going in your favor as well. But first you have to get started. So the way that you have an idea to bring it into your hands is to create an actual plan and to put in those steps. Put in the steps, do the work. Keep doing the work, and then when you get the rewards, celebrate your milestones. But you have to keep putting in the work, okay? That effort behind your intention. Intention setting is going to be big in the month of June, especially while we're in Gemini season. And intention requires work, okay? You can't have one without the other. Your next card that came out says, focus on what matters and focus on what matters, and the rest will fall into place. Somebody is a photographer, or wants to do photography, or taking pictures and capturing moments. Go get the camera, or using a camera on your phone. Because it feels like Spirit is saying, like, yeah, like that you have all the tools to do what you need. And those things that you think that you don't have that are outside of yourself, they're going to be provided to you. But for right now, use the resources that you have. Community is a theme of Gemini season. Tapping into your community, your tribe, your family, and looking at the resources that you have amongst each other. How can I bring my resources and you bring your resources, and we bring them to the table to see what we have to build? There could be a group of friends thinking about building a building, or building a home, or coming together for a specific purpose, partnering up, collaborating, okay? Spirit is saying focus on the big picture. Get started and focus on the big picture. The information that you need, or what the skills that you think that you need to do whatever it is that you need to do, they're gonna come along as you process. But first you have to get started. Your next card says don't talk about it. Write the goals down now and get to work. So from your affirmation cards, we see what Spirit is saying. It's saying that after every storm, that your rainbow comes about. There's beauty that's coming about. There is success that is getting ready to come after hard times. But how you think is determining your reality right now. Spirit wants you to live your truth. Believe in yourself and believing that you'll be able to make it. And accomplish anything. I just picked up attachments in my head, and with that person that could be coming back for somebody or them old friends, this season is going to test your ability to release attachments to people, attachment to like money, or always wanting to make money from something, or just like old experiences that weren't nice. Because for some people, Spirit is going to want you to shift your focus. I'm picking up on shifting your focus. That's like you being afraid to do something new because you had a bad experience or something failed. Or let's say you was with somebody in a relationship and it failed, and you're scared to date or scared to love, or you're just scared to give it another go because you have this preconceived notion that things are going to fail. And when you have this preconceived notion that things are going to fail, you start acting in that manner as if it already failed, and it speeds it up, okay? Manifestation 101. How you think it, you feel it, and then you reap it, whether that's good or bad. So your task for Gemini season is really going to be shifting your focus into more of a positive light, reframing your thoughts, and understand that negative thoughts are normal. You're not tripping. You're not bugging. It is completely normal to have negative thoughts, okay? The way that you start to create more of a mindfulness process is by staying present in your moment and not judging yourself for the thoughts that you may have at this time, because you're human. Okay, you're a spiritual being having a human experience, and you're still processing things. You're still processing a lot of change that's happening and trying to find your place, trying to be present. And this may make you feel a little off balance. So give yourself a little bit of grace. Give yourself a little bit of grace and know that don't define yourself by your circumstance or any past experiences, because they don't dictate your future. Feel me? Like, they don't, just because you may have had a bad relationship with one person doesn't mean that your next relationship is going to turn out the same way. Or just because you went through something at one job with your coworkers doesn't mean that your next job is going to turn out to be the same. But keep an open mind, that way that you do not start to limit yourself or to put a cap on your own potential or how far you can go. Gemini season says explore, go on to exploration, learn new things, research, study it, whatever it is that you have to do to get you to where you want to be. So let's check in and see what the energy is about. And I'm going to tell y'all how listen, I went to this deck real quick. I went to this deck early. I haven't used this deck in a while, but it was calling me. And I went to this deck early and I was just shuffling and a bunch of cards fell out. So I was like, all right, cool. I'm going to look at them, see what messages I get from them in a little while. And when I actually got to that moment, every single card in the message, not only was it for me, but I'm going to share it with y'all because I feel like it's a collective. It explains Gemini season to a T. It has some valuable information and tips that you can use to manage the energy of this season as we move into the month of June. And I'm going to share that with you all after we check and see what the energy is, what Spirit wants us to know. I don't know who I'm picking up. Yeah, this season you could be feeling really creative. And it made me think of Sister Act 2, Back in the Habit. If you wanna be somebody, if you wanna go somewhere, you better wake up and pay attention. Somebody's eyes are getting ready to open. This could be a good thing, or it could be exactly what you need in this season, okay? Because somebody needs a new pair of glasses, whether that is in the physical sense or whether that is just you looking at something through a new lens, okay? camera lens. Somebody could be needing a new pair of like actual glasses to see through. Somebody could be nearsighted. And then for some others, I feel like you may only be seeing what you want to see right now, and spirit is trying to open up your mind a little bit for you to see that there are other possibilities out there. Okay, because miracles happen every day, B. Miracles happen every day, B. But for somebody who is not, I'm hearing like not listening to their intuition, it feels like you're going to have either a headache or a lot of sinus pressure is going to happen in the month of June, because spirit is trying to get you to open up. Whether you open up to another person, open up to a new idea, or just like opening up like the way that you think, your thought pattern, to think bigger, okay? Think big, bitch. But think bigger. First card you got out is the Flow. Oh, there could be a twin pregnancy. Gemini rules twins, and with the Flow card, and it's number 28. I'm picking up a menstrual cycle. If like somebody in Gemini season could be realizing that they could be experiencing a pregnancy, a multiple pregnancy. Somebody's thinking about either doing like IVF, and it's going to be like you're going to probably end up with twins or triplets. Or a twin is getting ready to get, or pregnancy is happening for somebody who is a twin right now. Okay, spirit is saying the things that are happening right now, just flow like the wind. Don't be so tethered to a place. Don't be so tethered to a person, with that attachment styles, like the way of thinking or being attached to just one way of doing something. There is no one size fits all, okay? So in Gemini season, don't be afraid to try new things. Speak out. Somebody really wants to speak. I keep picking up on their throat chakra. If you've had like a sore throat, or even if your allergies have started to turn up a little bit, spirit is saying I want you to speak out. Somebody has a microphone. If you want to sing. If you want to publish something, you want to write, you want to be on camera, somebody could be wanting to go into acting and just trying to see like, well, what do I have to do to put me on that path? Do what you do best. Broadcast yourself. Somebody could be into like radio. I'm also picking up on somebody who's doing somebody who raps, or somebody's career getting ready to take off based on what they're doing. Okay, my jewelry is falling off. Don't know what that is about. Somebody could be losing things in the somebody could be losing items in Gemini season, okay? Geminis are known to be clumsy, but sometimes they can be unreliable. Their positive traits are that they are witty. They use their intelligence. They can be social butterflies and knowing how to connect with the various people in different spaces, okay? They know how to blend in and blend well. Somebody's going to be blending their weave or blending their hair. Somebody could be also wanting to look, to get more into makeup. Or changing something about their aesthetic, whether it's their hair or they're changing something about their body, and you're working out or you're eating more, want to start a new routine. Or maybe you don't want to do none of that and you just want to go to the doctor and have them suck it out. So somebody could be thinking about going to surgery for some type of cosmetic surgery. There's something on your body that you may be wanting to change right now, and spirit is encouraging you, if it's something that you want and that you desire, to start researching. Start looking up different things just to see what you have to do, what that process is going to look like for you. And understanding that you may choose to go about it a different way. There is no right way to do something, okay? Everybody has a different path, and that's okay. I don't know what card fell. Let's see. Make a wish. Spirit's telling people to make a wish. I'm also seeing some people talking into their water, looking into the mirror. Mirror work may be coming up for some people who be suffering for that imposter syndrome, or who are like getting out of their comfort zone and like trying like new positive affirmations, saying your mantras early in the morning, and really setting yourself, I'm hearing like set yourself up for success by telling yourself that you are successful, and then getting up and doing what you got to do to go get it, okay? Gemini season is putting you in this energy that is saying that you're free to create however that looks to you. You're free to do it. Let's get one more card. I'm gonna go ahead and clarify a little bit. So give me some cards for the people. Keep going. Is there another card that says keep going? Keep going. Some of you guys have moved or are getting ready to move, or your career is getting ready to pick up. I mean, by more clients or more, I'm hearing like high traffic areas, whether you're building an actual physical store, wanting to open it up, or you're selling something online. I feel like you're getting ready to have an influx of customers or an influx of like orders you may have to do. And that spirit wants, I'm hearing like your ancestors really want your work to be, I'm hearing like put on a pedestal. So you need visibility. Spirit wants a lot of people to come out of hiding right now. You need visibility. You have to get your work in front of an audience, no matter how that looks like to you. But you're being encouraged to keep going. See her, she walking, she got her shoes off and her bags packed. Somebody could just be packing a bag and like, I'm going on a solo trip. Okay, travel is highlighted. So if you've been thinking about a certain type of place that's calling you, or feel like you should be there, or you just need some new type of adventure to see different things, new scenery. I need to see something new. I don't want to keep seeing the same people, talking to the same people about the same things. I want to go to a new space and explore. I want new experiences. I want to meet other like-minded people who are speaking my language, talking my talk, doing what they do, and seeing how we can link up to build something greater. Okay, Spirit encourages a lot of people to keep glowing. Keep glowing. Somebody could be glowing up, or something about you is changing in Gemini season. Maybe you're changing your hair, like somebody's changing like their hair color, red, pink. I'm saying you can't even be going green. Somebody could I'm picking up either cut or locking their hair. Something with the hair is coming up. And for those who may be like Rastafarian, who be wanting to start their lock journeys or going on some type of new journey, it's going to require you to commit. Commitment is going to be a theme in Gemini season. How well you commit to yourself, how well you commit to the vision that you are striving to build, how well you commit to others or commit to your dreams, commit to sticking to your routines, okay? You want something to grow, you have to make a commitment, one, to yourself, and then you actually just gotta do it. Literally, like, you gotta do it. And Spirit is saying the road before you is paved out. Okay, there's milk and honey on the way. That rainbow with that pot of gold. There's somebody's getting ready to hit something big. Somebody could also be going to get their numbers and playing lotto. Or you had like an ancestor who used to love playing lotto. Or I'm picking up on numbers. Numbers keep coming up for some reason. There's also it's a childhood game. It's a hand game. So somebody's really good with their hands, and what you're doing with your hands, what you're making with your hands, you're touching herbs, making baths, doing pottery, drawing, coloring, something artistic that you do well with your hands. Somebody could be wanting to go into like a massage school, or thinking about returning back to school to perfect their craft. Whatever it is that you're doing with your hands, understand that you are planting the seeds, you're planting your intentions, and continue moving forward. It's going to work well for you. There's a road paved out, and if you don't see it, like she's the light right now, so she's lighting up the way, but the road before her is clear. There's nothing in your way when you are doing what you need to do for yourself. And Spirit is saying your intentions are being heard. Your ancestors are literally saying, I hear you. Speak up in Gemini season so that we can hear you better. Speak out. Use your voice. Somebody's gonna be having a microphone in front of them, or going to like concerts, places where there's like a lot of people doing something together, singing, chanting, okay? Or like being in certain spaces with other like-minded people. But Spirit is saying your intentions are being heard. We can hear you. Your thoughts, we hear that too, which is why having a positive mind this season is going to help bring things further to you, okay? I'm hearing like you got it in the bag. Just throw it in the bag. Just throw it in the bag. What other messages do you have for the people, Spirit? I feel like some childhood issues are going to be coming up for people, okay? Gemini rules younger people. So in this season, there could be some people who are going to be acting childish, young-minded, and just like not not adulting, okay? And this energy of childlike wonder, doing things through a child's eyes. You ever see how excited a kid get when they go into the park, or how something so simple can get them so excited or so revved up? You know, I feel like spirit is encouraging a lot of people to do things through a child's eyes, okay? I know some people culturally, if you've heard this saying, stay in a child's place, that means you are a questioner. You are somebody who asks questions, and the adults around you probably just didn't have the answers to give to you, which is probably why you got told that, okay? But even for those of you who have children that are very inquisitive, always asking questions, and you want that from them. You want your children to ask questions because that's how they learn. Children learn through experience, by touching, through feeling, tapping into their senses. So somebody could be pregnant with a very inquisitive child. Maybe you have a Gemini, maybe you are a Gemini or have a Gemini child, and they're that child that just wants to see the world. They want to do so many different things. Maybe their thoughts or their habits or even their mind may change often, okay? Allow them to explore. Allow them to be curious. That is how they learn, okay? Choices and decisions, having the ability to explore themselves, explore their mind, exploring interests. And spirit, self-care as I crack the deck. Self-care and abundance as I crack the deck, okay? Well, that card just fell. But self-care is coming up for a lot of people with this idea of taking care of yourself mentally. We still in the month of May. Mental health is a theme right now, and how well you're able to not only show up for everybody else, but how you show up for you. What are you doing for you? Doing more of the things that you want to do for you, and speaking that life back into yourself. This idea of duality and twins makes me think about this yin yang energy. So a lot of people are going to be having to balance their feminine and their masculine energy, balancing like the light and the dark, and understanding that if you were down, you're getting ready to be up. And if you up, there's a possibility you may come down, but do what you got to do, you know, to maintain. I'm picking up on identity, and I don't know, somebody may be going through like an identity crisis, or somebody may be a new mom and rediscovering yourself, or who am I? Like, what are things that I like to do? How do I want to be a part of something? How do I, you know, be an individual when I am in a group? And I'm hearing spirit say, show up authentically. You be yourself. You want to come out on top. There's nobody else that you have to be like. Even twins are not exactly the same, and they can be identical. Doesn't mean they have the same habits, the same likes, the same dislikes. You are an individual person, and spirit is saying that is enough. Okay, being comfortable in your own skin. So somebody's going to be transmuting their insecurities and dancing more, or realizing, you know what, summer body is whatever it is that they're getting, okay? For those people who may be on like some type of weight loss journey, or just getting back to that place of finding themselves. Spirit is going to be gifting you the energy of shifting your focus right now, and just not allowing things to define you. Okay, don't allow things to define you in the month of June. Give me one more, spirit. Actually, let's go ahead and let's clarify a little bit. There is abundance that is coming in. Abundance looks like in many forms to different people. Abundance can mean like the garden you building outside is growing. Your business is starting to grow. Even if it's like one order, it's better than no orders, okay? There is growth in it, but its perspective is key. How you see yourself, how you see the growth that's happening around you. If you're able to even stop and be aware that there is growth happening around you while you're in the middle of like the grind or the process. Feel me? What did I say earlier? That solar plex chakra, look, came out again, okay? That confidence in you, having the will to move forward. Gemini being ruled by the planet Mercury, travel is going to be highlighted. And for somebody, this has to do with work, because co-workers seem to be a theme right now for the collective. Spirit could be, you could feel, somebody could have the bubble guts every time you get to work. It could be the coffee that you're drinking, or it could just be that you're amongst energy that you do not need to be around. It could be feeling chaotic. The energy could be draining, or maybe you got a boss or some coworkers who be acting shady, throwing people under the bus, or doing what they can to get ahead. Okay, I pick up the 5 of Wands in my head, doing what they have to, doing whatever it is to get ahead, but not moving in integrity, not moving right. I feel like Spirit is telling you, you need a new profession. There's something else out there that's going to be better for you. That's going to be better for you energetically, mentally, and physically, and better. It's healthier for you. Some of you guys could be in toxic work environments where the people there just stank. Okay. Gemini gives this idea of somebody being two-faced there, or having two faces, or showing themselves one way to you and looking completely different, or doing things differently. And I don't like it. I don't like it. If you got some, it's time for people to cut the grass. Literally, I'm hearing the lawn mower right now. This is time for people to cut the grass, so where you can see the snakes. And if there are some changes that need to be made within your circle, your friend group, who you share time, energy, and space with, then you gotta do what you gotta do, stink. Okay, but Spirit is saying be confident in your matters. Be confident in your affairs. Be confident that you're going to come out, I'm hearing like on top. And building that confidence takes time. This goes back to the affirmation that Spirit first say to you. You got to believe in yourself and believe that you can accomplish anything, that you have the willpower to create something completely different. And if you have a toxic environment but you like the job, how can you do something differently? How can you be the change that you would like to see? Second card we got out is a seven of Pentacles. So whatever that you're putting your time, energy, and your effort into right now, it is going to grow. Somebody's waiting on results. You could be taking some tests, actual physical tests. I'm seeing somebody doing like multiple choice, or that you or the Spirit could be testing you right now to see how bad you really want it. Like people say, oh, I wanna go ahead and do this. Let's say you really wanna, I don't know. So you really want to do something, but you're not putting in no effort. You're not waking up and being prepared for it, or actually going to get it, or say, okay, I want to get to point C, but realizing you have to move from point A to get to point B to make it to point C. So it's waiting for results. Somebody's actually planting seeds right now, and who keep like tending to the plants, looking to their plants, watering their garden, and waiting for something to sprout out. Okay. Seedlings sprout roots underground before they pop up above the surface. Trust your process. 7 and 3 makes 10. It's like endings and beginnings could be happening right now. Somebody could be taking an STD test. I don't know where this reading is going now. The Spirit is calling for somebody to take into an account the investments that you make into your surroundings and who's in your tribe, and making sure everybody on your team is stable, especially if you're in a relationship, like in a relationship with another person romantically or business partners. Is your team sturdy? Can you depend on them? Can they be counted on? Because it feels like you're waiting for things to come in, and when your abundance comes to you, you want to make sure that you were in the right company. Yeah, make sure. I'm hearing the company, be mindful of the company that you keep in Gemini season. Somebody ain't living right. Who is this? Somebody is not living right. Wow. I think I said this card earlier, that 7 of Swords. It actually came out. 7 of Swords, seek the truth. Somebody not living right. There's somebody who's going to watch this video, and like I said earlier, energy is fluid. But Spirit is calling for you to seek the truth. There's something that you're not seeing, and you're probably only seeing it through, it's one-sided. But that's a one-sided relationship. Okay, y'all, I'm back, okay, because Gemini season is calling, so I have to pivot. I was originally recording from my phone, then that stopped, and I had to go work on my laptop. So this season could be calling for somebody to having to readjust, okay? But before the video cut off there, I have 2 sevens out here, 7 of Pentacles, a 7 of Pentacles, and the 7 of Swords. And it made me feel like somebody is in this relationship right now, and they're trying to see, and you're waiting for things to change. And I kind of feel like, beloved, they're not going to. And I feel like Spirit wants you to release the idea of what you had in your head about how things should go, what they should look like. For somebody, this could be your relationship with your baby daddy or your baby mama, and just like that idea you saw of how you wanted your family to look. And that may not be what's happening right now, okay? Because these 7-7 shorties looking one way, and then there's another person who's trying to get to the truth of the matter. I'm also picked up on like, it's the principle. Somebody keeps saying like, it's the principle of the matter, or it's not that serious, but it's the principle. Feel me? So whoever that resonates for, Spirit is going to open your eyes in the month of June, or just within Gemini season, about something that needs to change and your ability to be able to process change. Okay, my lips feel hella dry. Hold on, lip check. Okay, somebody could be thinking about going to get their lips done, lips blushed, something just with like beautifying themselves, or some type of new habit, buying new makeup, or I'm hearing like treat yourself to something nice in Gemini season, to change up your aesthetic, a new hairstyle. I'm hearing like just doing something for yourself to show up for yourself more. Okay, so let's get some more cards for the people. We're going to see what the people need to surrender, so that way Spirit don't cut me off again. Like, girl, time's up, okay? So somebody may feel like they're running out of time to do something. And it's not that you're running out of time, but it's like, be aware of the distractions that are going to come about in Gemini season. That's going to take your focus away from what you're doing, okay? So for some people, these are going to be your own thoughts and procrastination that may come up on you. Let's say you want to accomplish something, or you have something to do on your to-do list, and then these feelings start coming up that make you hide. They make you pull back. Or I'm not going to do it today, I'll do it tomorrow. Somebody keeps putting something off to tomorrow, or like thinking that they have enough time to do it. And Spirit is saying, if you don't use it, you're going to lose it. Okay, take that how it resonates. You don't lose it, you're going to lose it. So give me some more cards for the people that they can expect this Gemini season. We got Pentacles out here. Somebody is waiting on money, or waiting on a deposit right now. Somebody's funds may be low, and they're like, I'm doing what I have to do, and I'm not seeing the results. I'm not seeing my rewards. I'm not. I feel like Spirit is encouraging you to keep going, because things are getting ready to fall into place. So you could have somebody getting ready to send you a deposit, or somebody is watching you or your work or something that you're doing that may be able to help you get to your next level. So I'm telling y'all, check in with your resources, the people that you have around you, your team, because you never know whose insight, whose information. Somebody could give you a book and saying, read this, and that book will help you get to a new level in your career or in life, or just move you out of a perspective of how you once were to how you need to be. This is going to be a season of growth on so many different levels for so many different people. We got the Lovers at the bottom of the deck, okay? Gemini stuff with partnership. So it's definitely going to be somebody that you're connected to, that you're talking to, somebody who speaks life into you. For some people, you're going to be tasked with reaching out, or if you're feeling something, or like feeling like you may be sinking a little bit, or having too many thoughts, Spirit is going to encourage you to reach out to your tribe. Go get therapy, or more, I'm hearing like increasing like your spiritual practice, or building a mindfulness practice, trying to stay present, because somebody needs to slow their thoughts down. Your thoughts are like running on autopilot, and I'm seeing like somebody judging themselves for how they're thinking, or you have a negative thought and you keep judging yourself or putting yourself down. Spirit is trying to it's saying that they're trying to pull you up out of that. It's really like somebody coming into a dark room and opening up the blinds and saying, look, enough, okay? It's time for you to get up. It's time for you to keep moving, and I need you to help me help you. Type of feeling, feel me? So there may be somebody out there who may be visiting a friend who's not doing so well, or in a good headspace, and you just may be the person or the light that they need to see right now in order for them to keep going, okay? Remember, we have that card out here to keep going, and Spirit is saying, what are you waiting for? It's time to get started. You set this intention, now it's time to get moving. It's time to launch it. It's time to really do the work. You got grounded. You grounded your ideas in Taurus season. Now Spirit is saying, give it to me, okay? You've given it to me. Don't keep checking on it. Don't plant the seed and keep checking on it. Give it some time to grow, and know that everything is going to be captured perfectly. Everything starts falling into place once you start taking those aligned steps. For somebody, you could be meeting like the person that you're going to marry in Gemini season and forming that partnership, or just meeting with other people to do things for a mutual interest with the Lovers out here. I'm also picking up on doing more things that you love, adding love into your daytime. Adding love into your day, adding love into your night. Morning and night routines are coming up, and how you care for yourself during those times before you expend your energy outside of yourself. Okay. Being mindful of your choices and decisions, and realizing that your choices and decisions today will affect your tomorrow. So what you don't do today will be something else that's on the to-do list for tomorrow. Any more messages from this deck for the collective spirit before we go ahead and wrap this up? Give me some messages for the collective. Take the lead. Somebody could be seeing 333. I have 2 3s in front of me. Where is that other card? Oh, the solar plex chakra. You could be seeing 333. Things happen in threes. Also have 2 7s in front of me. 3 and 7 makes 10. So somebody endings and beginnings, leaving one place and moving into a new energy, a new perspective, where you could have been like focusing on your relationship and you realize it's not for you. Now it's like, you know what? It's about me. What am I going to do? How am I going to get back to doing the things that I wanted to do for me? Somebody's being called to take the lead. This is a 3 of Wands. You got to take action on what you feel. Don't avoid it. If the longer you avoid it, the bigger it grows. It's like somebody not wanting to address a problem, and then the problem keeps stacking on top of each other. Some of y'all got bills and debt that y'all need to get down, or it's going to keep stacking, and you're going to be overloaded and overwhelmed. Spirit is saying take action on the things that you need to get done now, things that you need to clear, whether that's cleaning up, cleaning out your closets, or just giving your physical space some type of refresh, redecorating, new furniture, things like that. But Spirit is saying go ahead and put it out there, okay? 3s are also all about partnerships and teaming up with other people and realizing that you don't have to do it alone. And even when you are not partnered up with physical or real people, knowing that your ancestors are with you and basically saying you put one foot forward, we're going to carry you away. I'm picking up on footprints. I think there's a poem somewhere about like footprints and how you're actually being carried through the sand, and know that you're not walking alone. So you got some heavy hitters with you. I know that last eclipse season that we had, and that full moon in Scorpio that was a couple of weeks ago, dragged some people. Eclipse season is known to bring about major changes, death processes, people going through shadow work, and all of that emotional debris that's been sitting in us coming up to the surface. I wouldn't be surprised in Gemini season, people have a lot more flatulence, okay, or letting air out. Somebody also needs to go to the dentist. But letting more air out of their bodies, okay? This 3 of Wands is literally saying like to start acting on the plan, that way you can get to the success that you see yourself being at. You feel like you're successful, you know that you're going to be successful, but it's like I'm just not there yet, and that's the part of the process that gets a lot of people. So Spirit is saying keep putting one foot forward, keep going. Bottom of the deck, somebody feel like they're bored. Whether it's bored at a job, bored at a relationship, you're feeling bored. And Spirit is saying there are other opportunities out there that are going to be worth your while. And they just need you to turn around. Come up out of this energy and understand that there are other options, okay? You have options, and you don't have to stay where you feel stuck at or unfulfilled. You have options. You can go ahead and you can switch it up. You can do something different. The High Priestess just wanted to come out with listening to your intuition. So the messages are going to be loud in Gemini season, whether they are ancestral messages, dream spaces. For some people, clear audio where you have the ability to hear things that other people can't are going to be turned up this season. Listen to the message, and if you choose to share it with people, make sure that you you process it first for yourself. That's like you're seeing angel numbers, or 444, 333s, 222s, a multitude of repeating signs and synchronicities. But you're not acting on the information. You see the number, but you don't go look it up to see what Spirit is telling you. And it's like Spirit is like the ancestors are saying, you know, I've been reaching out. I've been sending you signs and synchronicities to see if you can catch the message. And some of you guys are catching the message, and you're starting to question the message that you got or the confirmation that you got. And it's like, send me another sign. And Spirit is like, what the hell? I'm not sending you no more. I'm not sending you no more signs, bro. Not sending you no more signs. You wasn't listening to the other one. You wasn't listening to the other one. Somebody's been ignoring their intuition for real. And Spirit's calling you to embrace the truth. Embrace the truth. Quit lying to yourself. Quit lying to yourself. Spirit, give me one more card for this reading, please. And then we're going to go ahead and see what you guys need to surrender. Give me one more card. Quit lying to yourself. Well-deserved rewards, 9 of Pentacles. Baby, it gets better. It gets better. Some of you guys are literally being placed on a pedestal. Your feet are being planted on higher ground. You're supposed to reach more. You're looking at different things. You're seeing the world differently. You're analyzing a lot of different things. Okay, Spirit saying your well-deserved rewards, because you're putting the time and the effort into what you're doing. It's building and it's growing. And I know it doesn't feel like that in the moment, but you must trust the process. So I keep telling you to believe in yourself and believe that anything is possible. There's always a rainbow after the end of the storm. And when you're in the midst of the storm, you can't really see the other side, but there is another side. Spirit is calling people, just focus on what matters. Focus on the important things that matters, and understand that it's going to bring the rewards. It's going to bring the money. What you're doing is going to work in your favor, because you actually put your time into it. You put your dedication into it. You put your heart and your soul into it. You put a lot of thought into it. You know, some people saying like it's the thought that counts. It's the thought behind somebody's buying the present. Or somebody is not, like, I feel like somebody's being like unappreciative. Like I do a lot of things for you and you don't appreciate it. Yeah, it's time for them to get about your space. Okay, gratitude. Give it up, gratitude. What's on the bottom of the deck? Release. Yes. You got somebody in your face, in your space, in your house, or something like that. And I feel like somebody's getting ready to get kicked to the curb. Movement is going to happen in the month of Gemini. And somebody's over it. Like, whoever this is, you're over it. Like, you're over having to put up see this person on the pedestal. You're over putting people on the pedestal, especially people who don't belong there. It's very narcissistic energy to me. The people who feel like they deserve to be worshipped, or they deserve to be looked at or admired in this energy, because they feel like they're better than other people. No, because life will humble you, and life will humble you quickly. Spirit is saying, let go of that. For somebody whoever this is, let go of that mentality that you are above everybody else, or that life is not supposed to be happening this way for you, or like you're better than somebody else, because Spirit will show you, oh, okay. Okay, it's time to release that energy, shedding dead weight. For somebody who's doing like their weight loss, you're going to start to shed the dead weight. And for somebody else, this is emotions, or just like people that are weighing you down, thoughts that are weighing you down and make you feel heavy, sluggish, stagnant. Spirit is calling for you to stretch a little bit, flow. You could be seeing butterflies, spreading your wings, not being afraid to fly. For those of you who have a fear of heights, okay? You want to be taken to, that's another thing, burping. People just like burping and farting, but it's gases coming up. But for some people who are afraid, like, you want this certain type of success, but you are afraid of the work that it's going to take to actually put you where you see yourself being. It's counterproductive. And Spirit is calling for a lot of people, release that idea of how you think it's supposed to happen, and just flow with the way that it's happening. Trust how it is unfolding. Okay? Let's see what Spirit wants people to surrender. And then I'm gonna tell you guys about the cards that I pulled, and I'm gonna read it from the book, just in case it may resonate for some last messages. What do people need to surrender this Gemini season, Spirit? What do the people need to surrender this Gemini season? If there's something that you want to create, you want to do, put your work out there. Somebody's into fashion, whether you want to become like a stylist, or like helping somebody else. Some people might like want to become like some type of assistant, or providing assistance to people. All right, Spirit, what message? The sun gonna shine. Okay, you shine like the sun because you are one. You're a star. What's that song? Who sing that song? Lupe Fiasco? You are a star. Something like that. Gemini holds star quality, okay? A lot of people who are famous and celebrities have Gemini placements. Spirit, what do the people need to surrender in the month of Gemini season, or in the month of June? In Gemini season, surrender denial. Yeah, this is somebody specific. Surrender denial. You're in denial. This is like a blindfold. You just don't want to see it. Accept people and situations as they are without denying the difficulties. And then you can see things clearly and make the best decisions. Next card you got out, it says surrender to receiving love and support. Allow the love and support of others in rather than trying to handle everything yourself. This can take the pressure off of you and nurture you. I mean, it could be self-explanatory, but somebody, like I was saying earlier, somebody gonna need a new set of glasses or a new pair of eyes. There's something around you right now that you're not seeing, that spirit wants you to be open-minded to. And it could be people talking to you, trying to tell you what it really is, but you only seeing what you want to see right now. And it's like your angels are trying to help you and you pushing them away, but this is what you asked for. You wanted change, and now you have it, and now it's giving you, it's causing some anxiety, maybe even some denial, like, no, this is not what it is, this is too good to be true. And your angels are literally showing up and giving you the support through people, showing up in signs, showing up for support through signs, synchronicity, love, people giving you their flowers. And for some of you probably just pushing it away because you're not used to receiving, you're not used to the love, you're not used to people wanting to help. And this Gemini season is going to have an open mind to be able to surrender to receiving support and receiving love. Give me one more. What do people need to surrender in the month of June, Gemini season? Surrender to the wisdom of your body. Sometimes you know what you know, and you don't have to question it. I know it's tough to trust yourself, but you're being encouraged to trust yourself. Trust what's coming up, to trust your intuition. Listen to your body's messages about a person or a situation. If you feel physically drained and uncomfortable, be cautious. If you are energized and happy, then you need to move forward. Who's on your team? Who is on your team? Who you surround yourself with, who you talk to every day, it matters. And these messages are they're starting to repeat. That's how we can close this reading out. They're starting to repeat because spirit is literally saying to listen to yourself and to trust yourself. Trust the thoughts that are coming up, even if it's about like a person or a place. Of your intuition is telling you to do something, and to surrender that denial that it is what it is, and it is what it ain't. It is what it ain't. But you have help that is getting ready to come through people, resources, or signs from spirit or your angels and your ancestors, just telling you to keep going, keep putting one foot in front of the other. And if there's some type of change that needs to happen, or some type of storm that you're in, understand that it won't be like this always. Expect more. Think big, okay? Somebody is there, your anxiety is getting the best of you. You're overthinking it. You're obsessing about a person or situation. Turn the deliver over to spirit. Doing so will help you bring clarity or even solve a problem. Some of you guys need to reach out to people on your team or supportive people. Okay, that way they can at least help you get you back on. Some people don't have a clear head right now. Okay, because I feel like that mental fogginess is starting to kick in. So clearing your head, being out in nature, and allowing the thoughts to come to you, allowing spirit to speak to you. Okay. So, some of and real quick, I'm going to close this out. Some of these cards came up in the reading that I was doing for myself, okay? Loss and lack and fear of being a victim, balance and stability and standing firm, circle of eternal joy, which is a dancing with life, focusing on your sacred breath and sound, life force and communication, building your world with creation, expansion, networking, and summoning your power through your instinct, intellect, and control. And I thought it was really interesting with this card of building your world, because literally she's inside of a tree. Some of you guys could be outside and doing a lot of grounding work, planting your seeds, and also, like, I'm hearing like relying on others or joining up and linking with others and expanding your creations. Okay, a lot of expansion energy is in the air. And the way that you manage this influx of energy is to connect back to your breath. Somebody could be going into more like sound bathing or getting a Reiki session from somebody. If your intuition starts to be heightened, even if your spiritual gifts start to come online, spirit is encouraging people to. You're having the downloads, you're receiving the messages. Now it's time to process the information and to share it, okay? Whether you're sharing it in a trusted space, sharing it with a therapist, sharing it with a friend, sharing it with the collective. Maybe you're another reader. Spirit is encouraging you to pay attention to your breaths, taking deeper breaths, okay? And understanding that everything that you're doing right now is set with intention, and you're planting your seeds. The day that you plant the seed is not the day that you reap the harvest, beloveds. Okay? So So I'm open for personal readings. For those of you who may need a reading, the link is in my bio. But wherever you see us at, make sure you're following me on the Instagrams where I post daily messages, and I'll be posting some more information about Gemini season. And yeah, we'll check in with y'all soon. I love y'all. Peace out.